Hello. I've been dithering a little bit. Sorry, I'm 7 minutes late. I still don't completely trust that my clever pedal works, but I think it must be working. Someone will tell me soon enough if it's not. Hi, thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Here we are again in the launch pad. Got some fancy lights here. I've got a set list on the floor. And I'm feeling relaxed because I didn't have to choose the set list for once, and that is a dream. That is my dream. Thank you very much to everyone who voted. You're going to get what you asked for. And I promised to shout out every single person who voted, which I will do, but I'm going to do it at the end because there's about 63 names. And I'm looking forward to that part. Dispensable body, knowledge is a curse. Feel the weight of the world, feel the weight of the universe. Gotta keep moving, oh, but I stopped listening. Had a hell of a go of it. Now I'm putting my heart first. Far away, looking back from this constellation, cast away, adrift on my own space station. Just breathe, just breathe. Shape of a human, born on a thunderclap. Words in a diary, perimeters intact. Tomorrow is today, so click your feels and think of me. From the eye of the hurricane, you're my safe path back. Far away, looking back from this constellation, cast away, adrift on my own space station. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Far away, looking back from this constellation, the loneliest generation, cast away. I'm a project of my own making. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. That song is called Dispensable Body. It is a Penfriend song. I am Penfriend, also known as Laura. And I'd love to know, let me know in the comments, live chat, comments, place, box. Let me know if you are brand new here, if this is the first time you're seeing me play live, if it's the first time you've ever heard my music, if you just stumbled across this live stream tonight, or if you've been here for a bit longer. I'd just love to know how long you've been listening to me for. It's really interesting because I make music and I share it on the internet, and I don't have anyone else really helping me with that apart from my lovely husband Tim, who is in the chat moderating in case of weird people. Not you, the other ones. And so, yeah, this is just a very DIY thing. So it's magical to me that anyone is here watching. And I know that some of you have been supporting me for a very long time. I appreciate it. If you are new here, you might not know, why would you, that I used to have a solo project called She Makes War. So I'm going to be playing some songs from that back catalogue tonight as well, because I have been asked to by the lovely people in the audience who voted for the set. So the next song is a She Makes War song. And it's so interesting to me that this is one that people ask for quite a lot. Because when I was playing it and reminding myself of the song in the last few days, getting ready for this show, I realised it seems very much like I'm not interested in choruses with this song. You'll see what I mean now I've pointed it out. It takes an awfully long time to get there. I'm sure I was making a point at the time, and I wrote this song about 2011, counting, 13 years ago. So I can't quite remember the point I was making, other than I can do whatever I like, I suppose. And that is true, so always worth remembering. This is called Exit Strategy. Sometimes I'm only talking to myself. Yeah, I know you're getting worried for my health. Leave it, I'm just a solitary soul. Sick of these pleasantries. Alright, you can watch as I dissolve. But when I wake, I want you here to have to hold. You're so tired of these drama queen tendencies. So I make my pretty tragedies. I contrive, survive little battles in my mind. Yeah, I make my exit strategy. I deny, I don't try, I don't try. You say there's nothing to fight, but oh, sometimes all I can do is scream fire, fire, fire. Squealing and wolf biting, I'm tearing skin, got to push all the good back in. And so I face my pretty tragedies. I contrive, survive little battles in my mind. Yeah, I make my exit strategy. I deny, I don't try, I don't try. Blood and treasure, I love, I lose, delivering the blackest bruise, saving face, let's beat retreat. Withdrawal doesn't mean defeat. Blood and treasure, I love, I lose, delivering the blackest bruise, saving face, let's beat retreat. Withdrawal doesn't mean defeat. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, whoa. As I was playing that, I had the memory of the first time I ever played it, which was on the bandstand in Clapham Common Park? Clapham? I can't remember the name of it now. And it was at the Ben & Jerry's festival, and I can't remember how I got this gig playing on the bandstand, but Ash and, what's that band, Ocean Colour Scene, were headlining, co-headlining or whatever, on the main stage. And I'm pretty sure Ash were playing the entire time I was playing my set. Great programming there by the people in charge. I ate loads of free ice cream, and I played that song for the first time. And there were quite a lot of people at the bandstand watching, and they all just were like this all the way through. And I was like, oh, they must hate me the whole time. And that's a relatively long song to be thinking these people hate me the whole way through. I think actually they were just listening, but that was the first time that had happened to me. And I'd played many gigs before that, playing my material, and that was the first time. For whatever reason, people listened. It was so weird, so weird. Good memories. And then I travelled to the next one. I can't remember where it was, if it was in Leeds or Manchester, somewhere north-ish. And I just ate more ice cream. It was pretty great. More ice cream at gigs, please. Hint, hint. We don't have any ice cream in the house, sadly. But one day, maybe. This is another song that was, this is genuinely as a set list chosen by you. I will always reserve the right to go, actually, I don't really fancy doing that one, and put the next one and the next voted one in instead. But I didn't do that at all. This is genuinely the most voted for songs. It's very interesting to me. This is called Devastate Me. This is a song for the heavy-hearted, lost friends and the dear departed. Kiss like a cannonball, handle your alcohol. We disappear so quietly, devastate me. We're crying out, but nobody sees. Devastate me. line up and enjoy the static. Scream along 'cause we're so dramatic. Does the world need this piece of you? Easy to speak, but it's hard to be heard. We're not so wonderful. Mortal is digital. Watching ex-lovers age. Blood on my internet page. We disappear so quietly. Devastate me. We're crying out, so eager to please. Devastate me. We disappear so quietly. Devastate me. We're crying out, but nobody sees. Devastate me. We disappear so quietly. Devastate me. We're crying out, so eager to please. Devastate me. We disappear so quietly. Devastate me. We're crying out, but nobody sees. Devastate me. How does that song make you feel about the internet? I love the internet. I love it because you get to do stuff like this and share music and bits of our lives and all the good stuff. I absolutely love the internet. But there's a lot of it that is draining and takes us away from our missions in life and all that. So I started exploring that topic. Inevitably. Was that the first song I did it on? Possibly. So that song's from my 2018 album, Brace for Impact. I say that so uncertainly because I can't remember sometimes which ones are from which ones. I'm sure I'll be corrected if I get it wrong, which is great. Good to know. There's a lot of knowledge in the audience tonight. It's always good to have that. Yeah. More questioning songs will be appearing on my next record, which is underway. It's had to wait a little while I do some bits and bobs, get my life sorted out. Maybe it's just like every 5 years or something. Need to sort of take stock of what on earth we're up to. So I've been doing that a little bit recently. Come on, Dee, where are you? There it is. There's Dee. Dee was hiding. After this song, I'm going to look at the chat box thing and say hello to you. Live on the internet, as we are right now. So if you have any burning questions, please ask them with the word question at the beginning so that my unassisted eyes, I wear glasses, can see them quickly. We'll have a little chat and then I've got another few songs. This is going really quickly. This is strange. Strange how time goes different when we're doing different things. This is off my first Penfriend album, which came out way too long ago now. And it's called Held Together. Thought you knew me, did you? Well, we were thrown together, mess of sticky red blood cells that won't forget. I can't even wish you well. I was stuck in the middle, then the day drops dark and silence suffocates me. Long lost lies. Who's been waiting for me to mess something up? I knew it'd be this one. I have been trying to prepare this song for live performance for a while. It's kind of complicated and it's hard to pick out which bits need to be played, and I can only do one person's, I don't know what this means, one person's worth of stuff. And I played this an absolute blinder last night in the kitchen, so much so that Tim, whilst always positive and encouraging, applauded me from upstairs, and I was like, oh yes, got it, finally nailed hell together. And here we are, let's try again. I've got to stretch my little hands out, you see. This is where being a bass player comes in handy when playing parts like this. Thought you knew me, did you? Well, we were thrown together, mess of sticky red blood cells that won't forget. I can't even wish you well. I was stuck in the middle, then the day drops dark and silence suffocates me. Long lost lies. Electric eyes appear. It's over 'cause we're held together. Precious cargo, bleeding heart. Am I lost forever? Paper tiger, poison dart. Won't let go. You're so happy, miles apart. I threw stuff at a wall. You could speak your mind if you'd earned the right. Long lost lies. Home can hide. Long lost lives. Electric eyes appear. It's over 'cause we're held together. I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. But I know we're held together. I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. I can feel the storm coming. But I know we're held together. I can feel the storm coming. 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 I can feel the storm coming, but I know we're held together. Whew. Right, let's have a look. There's an ad on the screen. Sorry about that. How annoying. Robert Baird says, has moving to a new town and space changed your work/approach? And has your accent changed a bit? Could be my imagination. Robert, I have not left the house enough to start aping the accents of my local people. I've always had a slightly northern twang because I spent time in the north as a little girl, and my parents both say grass, not grass. So any northernness you may hear from me is the same as always. Moving to a new town and space changed my work and approach. To be honest, the house still isn't quite ready for stuff. Boxes are still around. But this studio is good. I've been spending all of my time in here. I've been doing a freelance job, which is going to set me up for the year ahead of music making, which is not a minute too soon, to be honest. So I've been spending a lot of time in here, but not working on my music, which is good in a way because it's making me really, really, really want to be working on my own stuff. And also the people I'm working with are cool. So it's there's nothing to complain about whatsoever. But time is very precious, and I would love to do my own stuff again, which will be happening in 2 weeks' time. So I'm very excited about it. And in terms of changing work and approach, yeah, it will do because I'm really lucky to have 2 spaces in this house to work in. So there's my writing room, which is downstairs, which has the piano, and I just put some shelves up, and it's got a log burner and all this posh stuff that I'd never thought I would, could never have dreamed of having. Which is just as well because it's fucking freezing in there because I can't put the radiator on because that's the only place the piano can go. So that's going to be like the generator, and I have written some songs in there already. It's just a really cozy space, and I think delineating spaces for different activities, whether you've got a small room, no room, lots of rooms, it really works for me anyway. And it worked in my last launch pad because I just had little bits around the room to do different things in. And then this room is the studio, and I've recorded a few things in here, and I'm just really looking forward to getting back to all of it. So I'm raring to go, really, which is a good feeling because I don't always feel that way. But generally, yeah, the move is 100% positive. Like, I have no regrets. It's great to be somewhere new and fresh. I have started meeting people, sort of vaguely as well, which is nice. Joe asks, how is the rest of the launch pad that we can't see looking? It's not too bad, actually. It's fine. My desk is a bit messy and there's some cases around, but it's really fine. This weekend I'm going to be putting pictures on the walls and hanging up guitars and stuff and really finishing this room off. And once I've done that, I will do a studio tour for you because I'm so happy with how it's turned out. And I've got lots of before footage where I was just really sad about the room because it was really depressing in here. And it's just lovely now. So, yeah. Fiona and Chris ask, what's the moving line of coloured light reflecting in the framed pictures behind you? It's a light bar with coloured lights on it. And it's there. I did take some pictures of my setup beforehand just to show people what I see when I'm doing these. So I'll put that somewhere and you'll be able to see. It's just this cool, it's an LED, presumably light bar thing. I didn't know if you'd be able to see it. I just thought I'd put it there to see. It's nice to have some sort of moving light going on if you can. And it's just been in a box for ages and I thought I'd use it. So I'm glad you can see it. So I suppose it is in the pictures behind, isn't it? Oh yeah. It might not be giving quite the effect I was hoping for, but that's fine. How goes the short story writing? Asks Ian Faulkner. I haven't done any of that for about a year. Thank you for reminding me. I will work on it. Thank you, Ian. Michael Record asks, oh yeah. I don't know that I'm ready to talk about that because it's just happening at the moment. But Michael's referring to a thing that I told the Correspondence Club, who are my super secret, not secret at all, members club the other day about some developments with how I release my music. And I'll talk to you about that another time because it's still happening. Hitchhiker asks, how do you mostly write songs? On guitar, using a DAW, writing chord progressions? That is a good question. I hesitate to answer it here because it's long-winded, that's all. And I should probably make a video about it, and in fact I will. Is that okay? Because it's lots of different ways. I actually just, the last 2 Correspondence Club bundles, I send out CDs and zines every quarter, and 2, I was a little bit behind, so I sent 2 at once. And in the Q&A section of the zine, I actually go through my whole process. So I was thinking about making a video for this channel about that. So hey, why don't you click subscribe and then you can watch it later when I put it up. That's the one time I'm going to ask you to do that. But I really am intending to push on with my YouTube channel this year, and it's really helpful if people watch things. It's really nice. Yes, Ian, I did get your email. I will reply soon. Palmer Violets asks, how are your new neighbours finding living next door to a musician? They haven't said anything. I'm in the attic, which, so there's a wall here which we share, which is their attic. And on the very first day when we moved in and I said hi to our lovely neighbours, I somehow managed to ask them in that conversation if they used their attic, and they do not. But they have just had a baby, like last week or this week or something. And if I ever hear him crying, I will never complain. And so I can only hope that it goes both ways. But this guitar is actually going into my Gigcaster mixer here. It's not coming out of this amplifier. So this is silent to anybody but me. That's why I've got these little earbuds in, so I can hear the guitar and sing hopefully in tune-ish. So they might be able to hear me singing like along to nothing, which would be a bit strange. But I think it's just ghosts in there, not people. So we should be fine. I'm very respectful. I would never record past a certain time of day, and I just never would complain about anybody else's noise or activities unless they're really driving me crazy. So, names for the downstairs room. I was going to call it ground control because it's on the ground floor. Sounded a bit wanky to me in the end, so I haven't made a little sign like I was going to. Reese Humphrey asks, what's the freelance job? Well, before I started making my own music, I've done various, this is like the third act of my, well, hopefully of many acts, but this is like my third chunk of career. The first one was like normal officey job type things, just getting started. Maybe there's more than 3. The second one was I ran my own video production company in 2004 onwards. So it was with tapes. And I lived in London, and I went along and made videos for people, all sorts of businesses and companies and restaurants and whoever. And then I was doing loads of session work as well, playing bass and singing for various people. So I sort of did those 2 things alongside each other for quite a long time. And then eventually did this full time, which is amazing. But yeah, the freelance job at the moment is video production and voiceover work. And I'm not going to tell you who it's for, and it's not going to be publicly available anyway. But it's a really nice team, and it's nice to be helpful and earn some money. Very nice. Gavlar1977 asks, what is my favourite guitar to play? This one, I also have a Reverend guitar, which I really love. But I just haven't, like I said, I've got cases of guitars around here, so I haven't really got that out. I've got a Jazzmaster that I absolutely love, despite jazz being my least favourite genre. And I've written a lot of songs on that as well, so I don't really have a particular, like all the ones I own, I love and will use, and if I don't use them, I will try to sell them on. So if anyone wants a Les Paul, a glittery Les Paul, I'm probably going to be putting that up for sale soon. I'll probably let people know through the mailing list just in case, but otherwise it'll go on eBay or something. I think I've answered your questions. I seem to be going round the same ones. Oh, which guitar am I using and which effects pedals? I'm not using any effects pedals. I'm just using effects. I'm being really lazy. I'm using the effects in the mixer here today. Sometimes I really love having overdrive, and I was considering having a bit of overdrive today, but then I just thought sometimes I like it to be a bit more gentle and direct, and yeah, that's how I was feeling. So it's quite nice to just be able to pick what kind of feeling. Sometimes I will do these acoustic, sometimes I will have a loop pedal and ukulele and all that, but all of the things that you requested were not those songs. Interesting. I'm so interested by you. I think I've answered questions. You can keep asking me things, and I will read. I will read them after. So I'm reading while I try to speak. Gecko Wizard. No, it's not going through any distortion or overdrive. No, not today. I just answered that question basically, didn't I? Do I have any questions for you? Do I? How are you? Let me know. Am I playing the songs that you would have chosen if you had voted? Are you responsible for these songs already? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting right. I'm going to play more songs now. This is what these do, isn't it? You start staring at them. Ugh. Awful. Please feel free to keep asking me things. I can always either reply in like the comments afterwards, or I can make a video about something if it's a really good idea. Things about setup or things about gigs and whatnot. Yeah, I really want to get back into that. It's just been too much to add on to everything else lately. So it's not I haven't left or anything. Just yeah, sometimes you got to do the grown-up stuff. And write songs, which is what I'm really supposed to do with my life. So, here's one. Correspondence, you will have, probably, if you were a member then, have heard this song in a way, can't speak. You'll have heard it in a different format. It's called In the Light Sometimes. And I don't know if this is how it's going to sound on the record, but this is how it's going to sound today. And then we'll see how it gets on. Cradling grudges, I'll grip till the end, biting my tongue, 'cause forever will tend, keeping the peace with inscrutable men, never again. In the light sometimes I fall to pieces. In the light sometimes. In the light sometimes. Grinding up gravel to spit at the sun. Simple affection can never return. Swallow my secrets, protecting my home, building my own. In the light sometimes I fall to pieces. In the dark sometimes I can't believe it. You think I forgive you, but I never mean it. In the the light sometimes I fall to pieces. In the dark sometimes I can't believe it. You think I forgive you, but I never mean it. In the light sometimes, 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 in the light sometimes. I think it might be raining. Thought I could hear fireworks popping in the background. This is what it's like inside my head sometimes. So I'll be playing this song, obviously a very stripped back version of whatever it's going to be on the new record. And I can hear the drums, and I can hear the bass lines, and I can hear the layered vocals. And then I finish the song, and I'm like, oh, it went okay. I sang all the right words. Thank goodness. And then I can hear pop, 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 pop. I'm like, oh yeah, the world applauds. It's really silly. It's fun. It's fun being in here sometimes. It is fun. I hope you enjoyed that song, which is there's a couple of songs. There's another one that's not finished yet. I may have mentioned it last time because it makes me laugh so much, the idea of it. It's called I Wish You All the Worst, because there's like I wish you all the best, and I've written a song that says I wish you the best when I didn't mean it. I actually meant the opposite. I hope that person has a terrible life. No, not really. I'm lovely. But yeah, it goes, I wish you all the worst. Yeah, I wish you all the worst. I just think it's really funny. And sometimes I think it's okay to make a song that's just very particularly like out of character or just a part of of our characters. That's not necessarily the nicest side of it, right? I want to be a good person. I want to be kind. I try to be kind. I try to be a good person most of the time. And then occasionally I'll just be like, oh, I hate that person, or, I wish them the worst. And so there's a song. And what I hope is that we can all get together when this new record is out, and we can sing it all together, and it'll be really cathartic. You can think of that one person who was always awful to you at school, or this bad teacher, or just a person who you're just like, I want to let it go, but I can't. That's what that song's about. And that's, I suppose, the song I just played is like the really sad version of that. Of like, it's obviously about someone, or it's sort of always a conglomeration or an amalgamation of people, or like memories or things I sort of shove together and go and direct that feeling towards that sort of group of people. And that's like the serious, sad version. And then there's I Wish You All the Worst, which is just incredibly silly. Oh my God. I can't wait. I'm going to finish that song soon. I can't wait to play it to you. It's really, really silly. Anyway, this is not silly. So this is a really weird intro to a not silly song, which was also voted for, as they all were. And this is a funny one because I wrote this song when I was heartbroken about someone. And it's like my brain knows stuff. This song is like the sad version of another song I have, which is called Cold Shoulder, and they're both on the same record, which is called Direction of Travel, which came out in whatever year in the past. And so yeah, this song is called Stargazing, and it's the brimming with sadness, heartbroken, sad version of sad side of like Cold Shoulder. They're both about the same person. And this song meant that I ended up going to the Royal Albert Hall and performing this in front of a really lot of people at a night full of astronauts and cool comedians and famous people. And genuinely, after that happened, I wanted to write to the person that it was about and just go, thank you. Because if we hadn't had that experience together and it hadn't ended how it did, I wouldn't have written the song, I wouldn't have done those things. And I meant it very genuinely, not in a horrible way at all. And then I sort of said it to a friend, and they went, oh no, don't do that. And I think they were right, and I'm glad I didn't do it. But that person is now seemingly very happy as well, because, we can never really get rid of people now because everyone's on the internet, which is probably for the best. I know that person is great and having a great time, living a very different life than he would have got to live with me if things had worked out. And yeah, basically has a family, and I don't want that. So it's like, anyway, I'm just chatting now. Songs, eh? Weird. This is called Stargazing. This is the song that suddenly made me realise, when people are on stage and they've got their eyes closed and they're like this. When I was younger, I used to think that was so rubbish. And it was just like, oh, why are they closing their eyes like that? They look so smug and weird. I now know that they might have been trying to hit the note. This is so high. And I can only imagine that back in the time when I wrote the song, I was gigging a lot, and just it was more effortless or something. But oh my God, this is high. So please feel free to caterwaul along with me in the high bits, and we'll get there, And I do really like this song, and it's taken me lots of wonderful places, and I wouldn't change a thing. So yeah. And it starts on the same chord as Exit Strategy, which is why I couldn't play them back to back. That's a good fact for you.
Now every morning when I wake, I roll around and list the reasons my heart aches. You never felt like a mistake, but you're less than a friend, less than a friend. Less than a friend, less than a friend. We went stargazing. You thought I was amazing. You said we had time. You don't know you lie. Now you're a stranger. I guess I never knew ya. You whitened my sky, but now my heart's run dry. Done with disaster, that's all. I don't believe that I'll survive this man-sized storm. I don't believe anybody anymore, 'cause you're less than a friend, less than a friend. Less than a friend, less than a friend. You're less than a friend, less than a friend. We went stargazing. You thought I was amazing. You said we had time. Don't know you lie. Now you're a stranger. I guess I never knew ya. You whitened my sky, but now my heart's run dry. We went stargazing. You thought I was amazing. your body lie. Now you're a stranger. I guess I never knew ya. You whiten my sky. Now just let it die. Let it die. Now just let it die.
I want to show you what I'm... This is why it's really good playing at home. I get to wear my slippers. It is cozy. I'm not cold this time. Honestly, the last couple of gigs up here, I've been shaking by this point. This is a cozy jumper. I'm very happy with it indeed. Anyway, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm going to play one more song for you, which is also voted for by you. Then I'm going to read out many names, because I said I would. And that's only fair. Thank you very much for being people who support independent music, specifically mine. I appreciate you so much. I really love spending time with you in this way, and I want to keep doing these every month, so please keep an eye out for that. If you would like me to send you some free music and a free downloadable zine, if you are not already on my mailing list, you can go to penfriend.rocks. Yeah, just penfriend.rocks. And there's a yellow button and you press that and fill in your details and I'll send you some stuff. If you feel like contributing to the project after seeing this gig, as if it was a ticket or something, feel free. I'm pretty sure Tim has been posting the links in the chat box place for you. And if you are on my mailing list, I will send you an email on Friday with this gig as a downloadable thing. And you can have it free or pay what you want. So there's lots of different ways of helping me keep this thing going if that's what you would like to do. And I appreciate every single one of them and every one of you. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm making a new record. It's going to be out this year. I am still doing my Correspondence Club bundles. The next one's coming out in March-ish. What else is coming up? There'll be another online gig at the end of Feb and the end of March and onwards, hopefully. And there'll be a work in progress Correspondence Club only gig coming up when I have some works in progress to play for you. And that's going to be lovely. I think I'm going to do an AGM as well. I've got loads of ideas because I've been prevented from doing anything because I've been working full time on this thing for like 2 months. I've got all these great ideas and I'm going to put them all into practice soon. So join me, why don't you? And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely rest of your evening. And may the fireworks light up whenever you do something you're proud of. I'll be there cheering you on. That's weird, isn't it? Like I'm lurking around the corner. Anyway, this is called Black Car. Someone tweeted about this the other day because someone else was saying that they hadn't heard any music that referenced the pandemic directly. And the person who replied to that person mentioned this song and said, I don't know how much radio play it got, but tra-la-la, here is this song. The answer is none, even though I was trying to play the radio game at that time to launch the new, my new project and everything. My radio plugger was told by the radio stations, by BBC Six and whoever, that they only wanted to play upbeat music. They didn't want to remind people of what was going on. So that was their reason for not playing Black Car on the radio. Make of that what you will. I don't do radio plugging stuff anymore. It was a good lesson to learn. And I'm really proud of this song. This is Black Car.
Remember the summer when everyone stayed at home. Ships in a bottle, stacked up with our lives on hold. If we could really see the warnings that were written before, if we could really feel, our hearts would smash all over the floor. Hear me now, I can feel the thunder march me out. With the fallen number, will there be? Is there a black car waiting for me? Keep your loved ones close. This is surviving, but we're having a goddamn year. Tired of climbing, but the universe left us here. And on my worst of days, I want to keep wanting to be kind. But everywhere I see, machines are taking over our minds. Hear me now, I can feel the thunder march me out. With a fallen number, will there be? Is there a black car waiting for me? Keep your loved ones close. Even on calm waters, waves will rise as my heart explodes. Loving echoes dancing in my eyes. Keep your loved ones close. Keep your loved ones close. Keep your loved ones close. Hear me now, I can feel the thunder march me out. With the fallen number, will there be? Is there a black car waiting? Hear me now, I can feel the thunder march me out. With the fallen number, will there be? Is there a black car waiting for me? Keep your loved ones close.
Thank you very, 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 very much. And now, made a promise, didn't I? I'm going to turn my recording off because, yeah, this is the bit where I read a lot of names out. That's why we're all really here. Let's have a look. Thank you very much for voting to Tony Rice, Michael Record, Ian Pritchard, Mick Maguire, Chris Neal, Mark, Mysterious Mark, Michael McManus, Martin, Alistair. These people are incognito. Nick Silas, Andy Jerry, Fiona and Chris, David, Carol. Ooh, is that my mum? That might have been my mum. I want to see what that person chose. Oh. I'll know if this... Oh, no. It's gone all funny now. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Damn. Messed it up. Okay. Right. Okay, got up to Carol. I think that might have been my mum. That's why I was looking. Kevin, Alex Thompson, Michael Ainsworth, Patrick, Sean Jeffrey, Jen, Nina, Neil, Paddy, Ian Faulkner, David, Richard Bonham, Dan the Man Stan. This is almost as good as reading people's email addresses. Matt Illett, Mike McLaughlin, Michael McManus, I already said you, Ian, Joe Agresta, Martin Jacques, Martin, Chris Neal, David Harris, Kaz, Alistair, Dean Page, Sid, Ian H., Gary D. Phillip, Neil Roberts, Stephen Curry, Chris G., Roy, David Wright, Trond, Mark, Andy Jerry, John Jackson, Morphine Sommers, Douglas Robertson, Matt, Johnny Morrison, Tim Pearson, Stephen Riley. Could I get a job on the radio, do you think? Mark, Carol, again, I think that's my mum. Mel's, Mark Kite. Oh, that's it. I'm not saying I thought that was going to take me all night and I was going to get it wrong and everyone would leave. Maybe you have left. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to go now, possibly buy some ice cream. I'll see you on the internet soon. Thank you so much. Lots of